girls. Today we are going to learn an important and very interesting topic in mathematics. Mathematical induction. In higher classes, while dealing with algebra, geometry or real analysis, we use this concept in many problems. Okay, so this is very simple concept also. To prove some mathematical statements, we are using this method. Okay, to prove important statements in mathematics, we use this method to prove the statements. Okay, so these are all the steps to do that. The first step, define P of n. You have to take the given statement as P of n. Okay, as I said, this concept will be useful to prove mathematical statements. You have to take the particular statements which is given as P of n. In the second step, first you have to check whether P of 1 is true. That means instead of n, you have to substitute 1 to prove, to check whether the statement is true. The next step is, after proving this, you have to assume. Here no need to prove. We have to assume the statement is true for P of k. Okay, for P of 1, we have proved it. Now you have to assume the statement is true for P of k. Now the last step, we have to prove for P of k plus 1. With these two statements, with these two steps, we have to prove it for P of k plus 1. We will do one problem and you will get a clear idea about that. In the first problem in exercise 2.5, 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube etc. up to n cube is equal to n square into n plus 1 the whole square divided by 4 for all n belongs to n. This is a very well known formula you have studied. Okay, now we are going to prove this formula with the help of mathematical induction. Now we are going to follow the steps involved in it. Okay, so what is the first step? We have to define P of n. So P of n is equal to, first step, okay, P of n is equal to 1 cube. The given statement is the P of n. That is the problem. 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube etc. up to n cube is equal to n square into n plus 1 the whole square divided by 4. Now we have defined our problem, that is P of n. Okay, so the first step, the next step is we have to prove for P of 1 is equal to 0. This is our first step, and in our next step we have to prove P of 1 is true. Okay, so instead of n, you have to substitute 1. What is 1? So P of 1 is equal to, n is equal to 1. So only one term is there. Okay, so left hand side, P of 1 in P of 1, left hand side only, okay, put n is equal to 1. So in the left hand side only one term is there, n is equal to 1, so it will be n cube. 1 cube is equal to 1. Now coming to the right hand side. In right hand side also you have to put n is equal to 1. Okay, so 1 square into 1 plus 1 the whole square divided by 4. Okay, that is 1 square, n, instead of n I substitute 1, so 1 plus 1 the whole square divided by 4. So 1 square is 1 into 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 square is 4 divided by 4. So 4 and 4 will get cancelled and it is equal to 1. So in P of 1, left hand side value is 1 and right hand side value is also 1. So, I conclude that P of 1 is true. Okay. Now, the next step, you have to assume, here no need to check or prove, we have to assume P of k is true, right? Assume P of k is true. So, instead of n, you have to substitute k. So, P of k, that is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus etc. up to k cube. Instead of n, I substituted k is equal to k square into k plus 1 the whole square divided by 4. Okay, instead of n, I have substituted k here. So, 1 cube plus 2 cube etc. up to k cube is equal to k square into k plus 1 the whole square divided by 4. Now, the final step, you have to prove, this is our equation, let it be our 1. Okay, we have to use. So, next we have to prove P of k plus 1 is true. To prove P of k plus 1 is true. Okay, so for that, now we are going to take left hand side and right hand side. Okay, so left hand side of P of k plus 1, instead of n, you have to prove, you have to substitute k plus 1. Okay, so P of k plus 1 left hand side is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus etc. up to k plus 1 the whole cube. Okay, so what will be the previous element in this equation? That is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus etc. up to k cube and plus k plus 1 the whole cube. I have written the previous element. Okay, before k plus 1, k will be there. Okay, so 1 cube plus 2 cube plus etc. up to k cube plus k plus 1 the whole cube. Now, as we have 1 cube plus 2 cube plus k etc. up to k cube is equal to k square into k plus 1 the whole square divided by 4. So, by 1, okay, by 1, I can replace 1 cube plus 2 cube plus etc. up to k cube by this term. That is equal to k square into k plus 1 the whole square divided by 4 plus k plus 1 the whole cube. Okay, can you understand? Up to this, up to k cube, instead of this expression, I have substituted this value, k square into k plus 1 the whole square divided by 4, and I have written the same statement. Okay, so here I am going to take, here also k plus 1 the whole square, the same term is here also. So, we will take it as common, k plus 1 the whole square. If I take it common as common, here k square by 4 plus k plus 1. Okay, square, two terms came outside. I have taken it common, k plus 1 the whole square. So, remaining k plus 1 will be there. Now, we can take 4 as LCM. So, k plus 1 the whole square into k square plus 4k plus 4 divided by 4. I take 4 as LCM. That is equal to k plus 1 the whole square into, I can return k square plus 4k plus 4 as k plus 2 the whole square divided by 4. You know what is k plus 2 the whole square? Since k plus 2 the whole square is equal to k square plus 4k plus 4, isn't it? So instead of k square plus 4k plus 4, I have written k plus 2 the whole square. Okay, so the given expression is now k plus 1 the whole square into k plus 2 the whole square divided by 4. Okay, so in p of k, this is, okay, we can write one step here, ma, to prove p of k plus 1 is true. So p of k plus 1 is, what is p of k plus 1? 1 cube plus 2 cube etc. up to k plus 1 the whole cube is equal to, instead of k you have to substitute k plus 1, right? Instead of n you have to substitute k plus 1. That is only p of k plus 1. So the right hand side is n square into n plus 1 the whole square by 4. So instead of n you have to substitute k plus 1, right? So k plus 1 the whole square into k plus 1 plus 1 the whole square divided by 4. That is k plus 1 the whole square into k plus 2 the whole square divided by 4. This is our RHS, right hand side. Okay, now we took the expression which is on the left hand side and derived that k plus 1 the whole square into k plus 2 the whole square divided by 4. And that is our RHS. So that is equal to our RHS, right hand side. So from left hand side we have brought the expression which is on our right hand side. So P of k plus 1 is true. Our last step is also concluded. So by mathematical induction, one cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube etc. up to n cube is equal to n square into n plus 1 the whole square divided by 4. Hence proved. Okay, so just we'll recollect it. First take the given statement as p of n, and first we have to prove that p of 1 is true. I substitute n is equal to 1 in the given expression and prove that left hand side is equal to right hand side and conclude that p of 1 is true. Now in the next step we have to assume that p of k is true. Instead of n you have to substitute k and prove, and we have to take, no need to prove that we have taken this as an assumption. Now we have to prove p of k plus 1 is true. What is p of k plus 1? 1 cube plus 2 cube etc. up to k plus 1 the whole cube is equal to k plus 1 the whole square into k plus 2 the whole square divided by 4. You have to write this step, ma, next to this. Okay. So now I have taken the left hand side and derive and proved that it is equal to right hand side. So p of k plus 1 is also, so LHS is equal to RHS. So p of k plus 1 is also true. So by mathematical induction we have proved that the given statement is true. Third one, 4 plus 8 plus 12 etc. up to 4n is equal to 2n into n plus 1 for all n belongs to n. We have to prove this statement using the induction method, mathematical induction. Okay, so the solution, what is our first step? We have to write p of n. That is p of n is equal to 4 plus 8 plus 12 etc. up to 4n is equal to 2n into n plus 1. Okay. So now we have to prove P of 1 is true. After writing P of n, we have to prove P of 1 is true. Okay. In the left hand side, put n is equal to 1 and we get 4 into n into 1. 4 into 1, that is equal to 4. Now on the right hand side, similarly put n is equal to 1 and you get 2 into 1 into 1 plus 1 and that is equal to 2 into 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 into 2, it is equal to 4. So LHS is equal to RHS. Okay, LHS also you get 4, right hand side also you get 4. So therefore, P of 1 is true. Now what is our next step? We have to assume that P of k is true. What is our P of k? Instead of n, you have to substitute k in the given statement in P of n. So 4 plus 8 plus 12 plus etc. up to 4k is equal to 2k into k plus 1. This is our P of k and our equation 1 also. Now the next step, the fourth step. Here now what we have to do? We have to prove P of k plus 1 is true. What is our P of k plus 1? Is equal to 4 plus 8 plus 12 etc. up to 4 into k plus 1. Okay, 4k instead of n you have to substitute k plus 1. So 4 plus 8 plus 12 etc. up to 4k plus 1 is equal to 2 into k plus 1. Okay, instead of n I have substituted k plus 1. Instead of n plus 1 you have to substitute k plus 1 plus 1. So it is k plus 2. So k plus 1 into k plus 2. Okay, now this is our P of k plus 1. Take LHS of the given statement. What is our LHS? 4 plus 8 plus 12 etc. up to, what will be the previous term for this 4k plus 1? Previous term is 4k. Okay, so 4k plus 4 into k plus 1. Okay, so 4 into 1, 4 into 2, 4 into 3. Likewise, it's going and it is 4k and then 4 into k plus 1. Okay, so as we have 4 plus 8 plus etc. up to 4k is equal to 2k into k plus 1, I can replace this whole expression by this term. Can you understand? This whole expression can be replaced as these two are equal. This whole expression can be replaced by this term. That is 2k into k plus 1 plus 4 into k plus 1. Okay. So 2k into k plus 1 plus 4 into k plus 1. Here in these two terms, 2 and k plus 1 is common. Right? Here 2 and k plus 1 is common in these two terms. So I take it outside, 2 into k plus 1 into, if I take 2 and k plus 1, remaining k only is there. Similarly, here also, if I take 2 and k plus 1, only 2 is there. So 2 into k plus 1 into k plus 2. Okay, this is our right hand side. This is what we have to bring. Okay, so this is our RHS. So, LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, P of k plus 1 is true. So, by mathematical induction or principle of mathematical induction, the given statement is true, right? What is the given statement? 4 plus 8 plus 12 etc. up to 4n is equal to 2n into n plus 1 for all n belongs to n. Hence, proved. So, the fifth problem, 3 power 2n minus 1 is divisible by 8. We have to prove this statement with the help of mathematical induction. So, first what we have to do? First define our P of n. What is our P of n? 3 power 2n minus 1 is divisible by 8. It is our P of n. Next, what you have to do? We should prove our P of 1 is true. Okay. So, put n is equal to 1. So, in 3 power 2n minus 1. So, that implies 3 power 2 into 1. Instead of n, I substituted 1. 2 into 1 minus 1 is equal to 3 square minus 1. What is 3 square? 3 into 3. So, 3 square is 9 minus 1 and it is 8. 8 is divisible by 8. That is 8 divide agra number. That is meant by divisible. Okay. So, 8, we get 8 when I put n is equal to 1, I get 8. So, it is divisible by 8. We can divide 8 by 8 without any remainder. Okay. So, 8 is divisible by 8. That implies P of 1 is true. What is our next step? You have to assume P of k is true. What is our P of k? Instead of n, you have to substitute k in P of n. So, 3 power 2k minus 1 is divisible by 8 and it is our P of k and I take it as our equation 1. Okay. Now, we have to prove P of k plus 1 is true. So, P of k plus 1. To need P of k plus 1, put n is equal to k plus 1. Okay. So, 3 power 2n minus 1. Okay. So, that implies 3 power 2 into k plus 1 minus 1. Okay. So, instead of n, I have substituted k plus 1. So, 3 power 2 into k plus 1. That implies 3 power 2k plus 2. I have multiplied. Okay. I have multiplied it inside. So, 3 power 2k plus 2 minus 1. That implies 3 power 2k into 3 square minus 1. Okay, 3 power 2k into 3 square minus 1. So, 3 power 2k, what is 3 square? It is 9 minus 1. Now, I write this 9 as 2k into 8 plus 1. I write this 9 as 8 plus 1 minus 1. Okay, why I am writing it as 8 plus 1? Because we have to prove the given expression is divisible by 8. So in terms of 8, I am splitting that number. 3 power 2k into 8 plus 1. Okay. Now we can multiply this inside. 3 power 2k into 8 plus 3 power 2k. Okay, 3 power 2k into 8. 3 power 2k minus 1. Okay. Now this is the sum of these two expressions. Okay, this is the sum of these two expressions. 3 power 2k into 8 is there. Similarly, 3 power 2k minus 1 is also there in the expression. Okay, already we have proved that we are having our equation 1 as 3 power 2k minus 1 is divisible by 8. So, this expression is divisible by 8. Similarly, it is also product of 8. Okay, this 3 power 2k is also, it's a multiple of 8. So, this term is also divisible by 8. I can divide this term by 8 without any remainder, isn't it? So, this term is also divisible by 8. This term is also divisible by 8. So, the whole expression is also divisible by 8. Implies 3 power 2k into 8 is divisible by 8 and three power 2k minus 1 is also divisible by 8. This is by our equation 1. That implies this whole expression 3 power 2k into 8 plus 3 power 2k minus 1 is divisible by 8. So, P of k plus 1 is also true. Therefore, by mathematical induction, we proved that 3 power 2n minus 1 is divisible by 8. So, sixth problem, a power n minus b power n is divisible by a minus b. So, it is a statement and that is p of n is equal to a power n minus b power n is divisible by a minus b. First, we have to prove p of 1 is true. What is p of 1? Instead of n, you have to substitute 1. So, a power 1 minus b power 1. That is equal to a minus b, which is surely divisible by a minus b. Now, we have to assume p of k is true. That is a power k minus b power k is divisible by a minus b. So, a power k minus b power k is equal to some multiple of a minus b. Can you understand what I am doing here? A power k minus b power k is divisible by a minus b. So, I write a power k minus b power k as m into some multiple of a minus b. ஏதோ ஒரு நம்பர் அதை மல்டிப்ளை பண்ண a minus b ஓட மல்டிப்ளை ஆகிற ஒரு நம்பர் தான் a power k minus b power k இருக்கும். Because this is divisible by a minus b. Some natural number. Okay. And it is our 2. Okay. Now, the third step, we have to prove p of k plus 1 is true. What is our p of k plus 1? A power k plus 1 minus b power k plus 1 is divisible by a minus b. That's what we have to prove. Okay, so I take a power k plus 1 minus b power k plus 1. This equal to a power k into a. A power k plus 1 can be written as a power k into a minus b power k into b. Okay. So, now instead of a power k, I am going to write another expression from our equation 2. That is, a power k minus b power k is equal to m into a minus b. So, from this equation, I get a per k is equal to b per k plus m into a minus b. From this equation I get a per k is equal to here minus b power k இந்த பக்கம் போகும்போது plus b power k. Already m into a minus b is there. So a per k is equal to b per k plus m into a minus b, and this is our equation 2. Okay, now I am going to replace this a per k with this expression. So that is equal to b per k plus m into a minus b into a minus b per k into b. Shall we multiply this inside with this and this? So b per k into a plus m a into a minus b. Okay, now we multiplied the terms minus b per k into b. Now I am going to combine these two terms. So we can take b power k as common. So b power k into a, here minus b plus m a into a minus b. Now here a minus b is common in these two terms. So that is equal to a minus b into b power k plus ma. Look, this term or this expression is a multiple of a minus b. Okay, this expression is a multiple of a minus b. So surely it is, the above expression is divisible by a minus b. ஏன்னா a minus b ஆல் multiply ஆகுது, அப்போ கண்டிப்பாக இந்த expression a minus b ஆல் divide ஆகும். Okay, so a per k plus 1 minus b per k plus 1 is divisible by a minus b. So we have proved that. So by the mathematical induction or the principle of mathematical induction, we prove that a per n minus b per n is divisible by a minus b. Eighth problem, n into n plus 1 into n plus 2 is divisible by 6. So we have to prove the statement by mathematical induction. So p of n is equal to n into n plus 1 into n plus 2 is divisible by 6. First we have to prove p of 1 is true. So what is p of 1? Instead of n I have to substitute 1. So 1 into 1 plus 1 into 1 plus 2, that is equal to 1 into 2 into 3 is equal to 6. Yes, 6 is divisible by 6. Now we have to assume p of k is true. That is k into k plus 1 into k plus 2 is divisible by 6. Okay, so k into k plus 1 into k plus 2 is equal to some 6m, some multiple of 6. Okay, because it is divisible by 6 and it is our equation 1. Now we have to prove p of k plus 1 is true. What is our p of k plus 1? P of k plus 1 is equal to, instead of n I have to substitute k plus 1. So k plus 1 plus 1. So it is k plus 2, again k plus 1 plus 2, that is k plus 3. Okay, we have to prove this is divisible by 6. That is equal to, now I take this as a single expression and I am going to multiply this expression with k and this expression with 3. Okay, so that is equal to k into k plus 1 k plus 2. Now I multiplied it with k. Now you have to multiply it with 3. So plus 3 into k plus 1 into k plus 2. Okay. Can you understand? I multiply the whole expression by k and then by 3. Okay. So k into k plus 1 into k plus 2 plus 3 into k plus 1 into k plus 2. Now this expression and by our result 1, this is divisible by 6. The first is divisible by 6. Now we have to look at this. If a number is divisible by 6, it should be divided with 2 and 3. It's a multiple of 2 and 3 are the multiples of 6. You get 2 3s are 6. Right. 6 ஆல divisible ஆகுதுன்னு சொன்னா it should be divisible by 2 and 3. 2 ஆலையும் 3 ஆலையும் ஒரு நம்பர் டிவைட் ஆகுதுன்னு சொன்னா கண்டிப்பா அது 6 ஆல டிவைட் ஆகும். You can check any number. Okay, if the number is divisible by 2 and 3, then it should be divisible by 6. Now our first term is divisible by 3. Divisible by 6. Okay, with this condition. Now look at this term. Okay. It is already a multiple of 3. So 3 ஆல divide ஆகும். Confirm ஆயிடுச்சுது. Now we have to check whether it is divisible by 2. Okay. K plus 1 and k plus 2 are consecutive numbers. Next numbers. அடுத்தடுத்த number. இது 2 அப்படி இது 2 னா இது 3 ஆ இருக்கும். இது 3 னா இது 4 ஆ இருக்கும். So இது odd அப்படினா அது even ஆ இருக்கும். இது ஈவன்னா அது ஆடாக இருக்கும். ஸோ எய்தர் ஒன் ஆஃப் திஸ் டூ நம்பர்ஸ் ஆர் ஈவன். ரெண்டில் ஏதாவது ஒரு நம்பர் என்னதான் இருக்கணும்? ஈவனாக தான் இருக்கும். இஃப் இட் இஸ் அ ஈவன் நம்பர் தென் இட் ஷுட் பி டிவிசிபிள் பை, இட் மஸ்ட் பி டிவிசிபிள் பை 2. ஸோ இட் இஸ் பாசிபிள் ஃபார் திஸ் டேர்ம் to be divisible by 6 because it is divisible by 3 and 2. So this term is also divisible by 3. So the whole term is divisible by 6 since by 1. Okay, because our 1 by 1 the first term is divisible. What about this? And the second term is divisible by 3 and one of its consecutive number is even. So it is divisible by 2 also. That implies it is divisible by 6. Okay, so our P of k plus 1 is true. Okay, so by mathematical induction or principle of induction, n into n plus 1 into n plus 2 is divisible by 6. Ninth one, 2 power n is greater than n for all n belongs to n. So first P of n is equal to 2 power n is greater than n for all n belongs to n. We have to prove P of 1 is true. P of 1 instead of n we have to substitute 1, that is 2 power 1. 2 power 1 is equal to 2 and it is greater than 1. Okay, so P of 1 is true in this case. Now we have to assume P of k is true. Instead of n we have to substitute k. So 2 power k is greater than k and it is our equation. Okay, now we have to prove P of k plus 1 is true. What is P of k plus 1? That is equal to 2 power k plus 1 is greater than k plus 1. That's what we have to prove for all k. Okay. So, now I take 2 per k plus 1. 2 per k plus 1, I will write it as 2 per k into 2 per 1. Okay. So, here 2 per k into 2 per 1, that is 2 per k into 2. Here 2 per k is greater than k, right. So, 2 per k into 2 must be greater than k into 2, because 2 per k is greater than greater than k, and already 2 is there. So, 2 per k into 2 must be greater than k into 2. K into 2, that is 2k. 2k can be written as k plus k. Okay. So, here now we get 2 per k plus 1 is greater than k plus 2 per k plus 1 is greater than k plus k, and it must be greater than k plus 1, because k is greater than or equal to 1. It is a natural number. Okay. Since k is greater than or equal to 1, if it is greater than k plus k, it should be greater than k plus 1. So, that implies 2 per k plus 1 is greater than k plus 1. So, P of k plus 1 is true. So, by mathematical induction or by principle of mathematical induction, we have proved that we proved that 2 per n is greater than n for all n belongs to n. This is the notation for all.